Oh, my name is Jim, and today is, well, today's the 11th, tomorrow's the 12th. I do try to get these done a little bit earlier. So, hello, my name is Jim, and this is your Daily Brogue for May the 12th, 2021. Like I said, I've been trying to get these done early, at least a few days ahead. Actually, I prefer to get them done a month ahead, so that, or maybe not a month ahead, yeah, a month ahead, so that I would prefer that on May 1st I had May done. And then I would be happy. But I did not. So yesterday's, which was late, right, it came out, instead of midnight, it came out at noonish, or I wouldn't say that because it's 5:30 right now, and it's still the computer's still processing it, rendering it. So, anyways, like I was saying there, when I died on level 9, I was so happy, which is not bad, not good, not bad. You know, it's okay. I need to get used to the game again. It's a lot better. I did play a little bit of Tome over the past semester, but mostly what I did was make slides. I made so many slides. I think you would disbelieve me if I told you how many slides I made over the last semester. And that's just because everything had to be redone for the web over and over again, because a lot of things just didn't work. And the more I need the students to learn to use their brains, the less it worked. So I put together something for, you know, the algebra-based students, the students that don't really need to use the stuff later on, don't need to really understand it, don't really need to be able to use these things to solve complex problems. And those have actually been quite good. I've gotten some pretty good reviews on this. But for the engineering students, for the first year engineering students, coming in taking physics, man, has nothing worked. And a lot of that has been due to just the fact that, you know, there's so many ways for them right now to not do what they're supposed to do, right? So I've been grading their group homework. So there are like 39 groups of 3, and ish, you know, some of them are in groups of 2 and other things, mostly because of people dropping out. But you see some of the things they've done is, well, you know, basically got this group homework stuff. The group homework is all stuff that's hard enough that the whole point of having a group assignment is that each one of the assignments is too difficult for one individual, right? That's why you have them work in groups, is that a single individual will probably do it wrong. Right? Just, you know, everything is, you know, first year physics stuff. Everything is, you know, basically a homework problem from the book, rewritten with more context, right? That makes it hard for people to go through the space. So they have to discuss it to go through the space, and then I require them to show their reasoning in a fairly logical manner, which is very bad for freshman students, because despite all of the claims that people make about teaching critical thinking and reasoning, Not a lot of that really happens in the world. Students basically learn, monkey see, monkey do sort of stuff. And they're not really great at that. They found that they have to be 70% efficient at regurgitating stuff, and that's good enough for school. That's what they've been taught their entire life. Right, so getting them to change their mind about things is difficult. It's gotten more difficult with technology, especially on the web, right? Especially with not just the web, with GroupMe, for example, or Discord. They basically just get in a circle and sort of decide that they don't have to do anything. They can reduce the amount of work they do. School, of course, tries to do that as well by hiring tutors who, rather than tutoring, right, they just give the students the answer. At which point, which is bad. So again, somebody posts one answer on the Discord, and I get that back 39 times for the individual homework, right? I get that, 100 odd times. Although that's all automated, and that's usually Chegg, not Discord, right? Well, what happens is that somebody fire immunity. Man, I got lots of potions of detect magic. If we find a way back up, I'm going to burn one right away. I shouldn't say that, but I am likely, when I get up to the next level, to have a vault. Up there. So basically, for some, convenience, right? For the temporary convenience of not having to figure out the physics problems, because obviously the average physics problem should take 2 minutes to do, which is, according to the research, physics education research, the amount of time that students think they should be spending on each question. Which means that they think they should spend approximately 6 hours worth of, let's see, 6-7 hours working problems to learn physics. Okay, so sword and the war axe is magic. That war axe is my friend. Now I only have the strength of 12. Those are probably enchanting scrolls. So students think that they should only have to, let's try what is H. Oops. H. Just about right. Students think they should only have to do about 3 hours worth of homework for an entire semester of physics, which is inane. You know, there are a lot of things you can say, but that is a lot less work than you should have to do for a class, right? Could say that's about as much work as you should do a week. Actually, that's a little less work than you should do for a week in solving problems. Solving problems is more or less what you should be doing in physics class if you want to learn physics. Read the book all you want, you're not going to learn anything unless you're working the problems. Don't believe me? Ask any physics teacher. No, I am a physics professor. No, I don't know anything. Listen to my students, they know everything. Those fucking morons think they can teach me, they have something to teach me about physics. What is physics? I've had them try to tell me what physics is. Right. Also had them try to tell me how to teach. None of them actually have any teaching experience, but you know, they know how to teach, obviously. So they're very, very funny people. I should say that not this semester, but last semester, I actually went on a group meeting or something like that. And you know, to see, not to see what they were saying, but to sneak in there and try to give them hints and things. Right? I was thinking, okay, I could sneak out into this group meeting, I can give them some hints and stuff like that. And man, they were abusive. Those lazy little fuckers. Right? And why you can't call your students lazy? I can. Like I just said. Got what is it? 39 group homework assignments that I just graded, and like 7 solutions. Although to be fair, 4 of those were unique. All right, or maybe 5. So, man, you know, when I was a student, so I'm a weird person, right? So before I went to school, I was in the military, and I paid my way through a commuter college to get through school. That was not the best idea in my life. I will say that. But I'll do it next level. You know, I probably should have taken out loans instead of working full-time and going to school full-time for 7 years. Right? That would probably have been better. Do that after, you know, that would have been a better way to work, right, to get through school. But I had one professor, and all he did was assign homework. And to the best of my knowledge, he never graded it. I never got anything back from him. One of my favorite professors. And, you know, he's always assigning a lot of homework. You know, you had homework every week, right? Because that's it. He didn't give you tests. He just gave you the homework and said, this is due by the end of the year. You know, this isn't done by quiet day, forget about it, right? And, you know, basically, I always had everything done, right? He gave me the stuff, and I got done with it, and I gave it to him, right? I don't want all that homework building up, right? So, you know, you know, when homework was Announced. Do I have any acid fighting things? No. Let's test these guys out on them. Okay. Just erase it. So what happened is, I'm going to school at night. I take the bus to work in the morning. I take the bus to school in the afternoon, depending on when. So eventually I, moved to a job that was, 5 or 6 blocks from the school. But for a lot of times, I'd wake up in the morning. I'd get on the bus for an hour, go to work, get on the bus an hour, go downtown, and get on the bus an hour, and go back home, because the bus is a lot more identify plus 3 flail. Paralyzed. Still do not have anything. Plus 0 flail. Actually, there's nothing over there. That's good. So we can leave it. Anything else I'm carrying that I'd like to get rid of? No, there's just a bunch of stuff I wish I had. Okay. So the goblin warrens with a toad. Not so tough right now. Okay, so potion of life is probably the big prize. There's nothing magic left, so we can just leave. Yeah, that was the most boring warrens I've ever been in. Good ring of transference, very good with a war axe. And those guys I don't need to go to. Okay, let's just see if we can find some food. Looks pretty empty here. There's some food and the way out, so both in the same spot. All right, down we go. So yeah, that really bugs me when they do that, and they're slitting their own throats, right? they're making sure that they don't succeed. And I've seen this before, right? Now, I've usually seen it in sort of mid-sized classes, right? Classes that are, let's say, 30 to 50 students. Large, crap. So I've seen this in these mid-sized classes before. And it screws up a bunch of the students, right? A bunch of the sort of mid-tier students that would learn quite a lot lose out, and things like when they start doing these sorts of things. And they do these sorts of things because it's not surprising. It's hard to think systematically, especially when you haven't ever thought systematically before. High school doesn't require you to do that. High school, you just memorize a bunch of equations and hope you choose the right one. And if you're really unlucky, the teacher that you have in high school will be an enabler of that shit, and will set up everything with keywords, right? Well, what sort of keywords are here? And if you know the keywords, then you can say, okay, well, this is this problem or that problem. So they just basically set up the students to fail, right? Or to fail to learn. And some things depend on what you expect. What do you think, really? My God. What do you think, really, your lots of underworms. I don't really care too much about them. Oh crap, the key's got to be in with them somewhere. Is that inside the... Yeah. I think that's some extra special magic armor. I think I'm going to have to try it. He's sitting on. Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe the keys with the spider. Maybe I don't have to wake up those underworms. What do I have? How much stuff do I have? It says the pack is too full. Potion of telepathy. Levitation. I do not have levitation. I've had it before, though. Yeah. This is a really dumb way to do something like this. No, that is not actually what I want. I've got lots of enchanting schools. I don't really have anything great to enchant. I have to pick up the scroll, the shattering, to get me there. Alright. So, I mean, it really screws up the students when one or two really good students are the only ones that do any of the work. It's been worse now because, you know, they've had bad tutors and all that other stuff. There's a potion of levitation. Right next to an acid mount. I am not equipped for acid mounds, but it saw me anyway. That's just a +3 flail, so I do have to play with the underworms. And then all those awful eels are for one of these doors, so it looks like it'd be both doors. Let's burn one of those lucky potions. Where are they going? I don't see that they've dropped a key. I have a potion of life? I do. So this is the way to take care of that. Now the flood. Okay, so that's been all right, at least. Where does this go? Lots of charms. Only one key, unfortunately, it looks like. Okay, and spiders. Good. Hopefully this will be working. Oh, no, I dropped that one. You. Almost certainly is. Did it identify? Very nice. That was a lot of crap for that. Very interesting route, right? Very interesting level. And to go through the underworms to get to this water trap with all the eels and stuff there. So it makes today a very interesting one. Okay. Using arrow cart. I don't know where the up is. Chances are I don't want the broadsword. I am hungry, I will eat that mango. So yeah, I've been a little frustrated with my teaching duties recently. More broadswords. That does it 10. Where am I? See, that was worth coming back up just there. Oh, I'm going to die. See that? Okay. I think that's probably normal. I'm doing a lot more work, and the students are finding ways to do a lot less. Than usual, right? I mean, it's all relative to, oh no, god damn. This is not a great place to hang out. not high on the list of nasty things that happen in Brogue. Yeah, that's enough of that. I don't know why I was hanging on to those. One of those broadswords is good. Depth 12, something nasty in the fire. Probably salamander. Not seeing a lot of goodies. Oh, the salamander saw me. Okay. Crap. This is gonna get me. Should've done that earlier. Nope. Tried using the paralysis to stop somebody stepping on a trap over here, releasing the caustic gas. Sea Levy. Depth 13. Died of caustic gas.